66 tons, so it can potentially carry 2 light tanks or 1 main battle tank. Since 2016, you probably haven't heard of this, but China has quietly built a fleet of 67 Y-20s. This has gotten exactly 0 attention though, because they don't do sexy things like fighters that fire off missiles. But in many ways, their strategic implication is much bigger. Keep in mind, the United States military routinely conducts much larger training missions near the border of China and Russia. Russia has also recently ran a submarine mission to their allies in Cuba right near the... We'll start with strategic airlift. China sent 1 single Y-20 cargo plane to Belarus. For context, that's slightly smaller than the American C-17 transport. So we can actually assume that it can carry a similar amount of 188 soldiers. No tanks or armor were sent. The deputy head of the general staff of the Belarusian armed forces said that the maneuvers were in response to the West's aggressive foreign policy towards Belarus and to Ukrainian provocation. Meanwhile, NATO recently met in Washington, D.C., where they released a joint statement calling China a decisive enabler of Russia's war, and that China is currently engaged in enabling the largest land war. How many troops could the CCP deploy and sustain that far away from them? One of only 4 nations in the entire world to manufacture. It takes about 16 days to travel the roughly 11,000 kilometers from China to Belarus through this route. If China needed to deploy troops into Europe, this is another potential overland route. However, it's already used by 30 trains each day for trade and economic activity from China to Europe, so it would have to be some kind of cataclysmic, world-ending emergency event to see the potential militarization of these routes. The railway infrastructure just traveled right across the border in the Mongolia Autonomous Region. There'd be all kinds of red tape